Hey guys, welcome back to another Kali Linux tutorial. So today we're going to be doing an attack called SSLStrip, which is a man-in-the-middle attack, which allows the hacker to sniff username and passwords exactly like the cookie sniffing video. However, these ones will work for HTTPS, which unlocks the advantage of us being able to sniff Facebook passwords and Twitter passwords and anything that's HTTPS, which most sites are nowadays. So we're going to be doing this on Kali Linux and using a Windows 7 box as well, which I have set up here. And we've got both of these, and we're going to set this up. So the way that this attack works is basically like the cookie sniffing tutorial which I did with ARP spoof. So the victim will attempt to connect to a website using HTTPS. The router will forward the victim's request to us, the attacker. SSLStrip will convert the HTTPS to HTTP and also jot down the username and password. The attacker then sends a request back to the router, and the router then sends the new request to the website. So that's basically how this man-in-the-middle attack works, and both of these computers will need to be on the same network when you do this attack. And you also are going to need the target's IP address, well, the LAN IP address of what that IP address is on the connection that you are both using. So you're going to start off by opening up a terminal, and you're going to need to jot down your interface that you're using. So for me, if you type in ifconfig, all these commands will be available on the forums in the link in the description. So if0 is the interface I'm connecting to. So if you are WLAN, if you're using wireless, for example, on a laptop, you will be WLAN 0, but if you're using an Ethernet cable, then it's going to be ETH0, and it also might be WLAN 1, WLAN 2, or something like that. So you're going to jot down this ETH0 thing here. You're going to need to keep that safe, and so you can easily access it, so you know what to type in. And now we need to enable IP forwarding. So to do that, we type in echo1 right arrow /proc/sys/net/ipv4/ip_forward. Like I said, all these commands are available on the forums. So this will switch on IP forwarding for us, and then we can configure our IP tables, which will be used to reroute all the information from one port to another, which is going to be what SSLStrip is listening to. So if you type in IP tables -t nat -A pre-routing -p TCP --destination port 80-j redirect --2 port 8080, which is the port that SSLStrip will listen on. So press enter, and I have spelled something wrong. It's because I've done a -h somewhere for some strange reason. I've spelled this wrong again. Here we go. So make sure you spell everything right, unlike me, who can't spell. So destination port, and that'll set that up for us. So now we need to get the gateway IP address. So this is your router's IP address. So I'm going to do root-n, and it will show our gateway here, which is 192.168.32.2. And you're going to need to write that down as well, so you know what your gateway IP address is, and I already know what that is. So now we need to get the victim's machine IP address. We can do that using nmap. So you do nmap -ss-o 192.168.0 So you're going to put in your gateway IP address there, which will scan the network for all machines that are currently connected to it and also show their IP address. So I'm going to pause the video while it does that. Okay, so we've scanned 256 IP addresses here, and you can see all the IP addresses that are currently active. So we've got my default gateway here, and then this one here is the IP address of the machine we are going to be exploiting. So I'm going to copy that IP address, and I'm going to use it later. So now we're going to then set up ARP spoofing. So I'm just going to type in clear here, and we're going to configure ARP spoof. So we'll do ARP spoof -i, and then put your interface that we wrote down earlier. Do -t for the target IP address, which I have just copied, and then your gateway IP address, and then press enter. So now this is going to redirect traffic to us, and we're going to use another terminal window here. Don't close the ARP spoof terminal, and we're going to type in SSLStrip -listen 8080. So now we're ready. We are now using SSLStrip on our network, and it's listening on port 8080, and we are rerouting traffic to us. So if I go over to our Windows 7 box here, I'm using Internet Explorer because Firefox forces you to use, it will force you to use, what's the word I'm looking for? Forces you to use SSL. So I'm using Internet Explorer because it doesn't, and it leaves it open to attack. So if I type in Facebook here, and if I go onto it, you can see up here that it's changed the protocol to HTTP///. So by default we're now unsecured. So if I type in some details, say Jack, and the password is password, press enter, it will still send out the details to the website, and we're still on HTTP, bearing in mind. But obviously these details are wrong, and these details are now being captured by SSLStrip. So you can see we've got some bunch of random text in here, but none of this really matters to us. That's just a script running. You can find the commands if you open up another terminal and type in cat SSLStrip.log. You can see here we have my username, or email address, it depends what the field is called, is Jack, and the password is password. So I'll just show you some more stuff while we're up here. So we see that we've got HTTP, Facebook. If I go on to Twitter, for example, Twitter uses HTTPS, you can see there, but if I click on it, it is now using HTTP. The same with Google, that's using HTTP. YouTube is also going to be using HTTP. By default it uses HTTP anyway, but if you happen to sign in, Google will also be using HTTP and allow you to sniff that password. So yeah, SSLStrip is kind of a problem for people. That's why we use secure browsers nowadays. I'm not sure if it does work on Firefox or not. We can always have a quick test, just a live test, to see if it does or not. It might be worth it. So we'll go on to Google, and we'll go on Facebook. So it still says HTTPS, and yeah, actually it's not using HTTPS here. So if I type in some random details, as far as I know, that came across as HTTP. No, you can see this is Firefox forces HTTPS, so you can see that these are all encrypted messages coming across the network. These are the first ones. So yeah, you can't use Firefox, but Internet Explorer is definitely open for this attack. I'm not sure about Google Chrome or Safari. They might be, I don't know. But yeah, this is basically the end of this video tutorial, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment and subscribe, share it with a friend if you enjoyed it, and leave your feedback in the comments or on the forums. Like I said, all the commands that I used in this video and the write-up for this document are on the forums, so you can go over there and check that out. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you again next time.